I mean, I'm not going to go out of my way and like throw hexes willy-nilly, but I don't have a problem getting my hands dirty if I need it.
What are baneful spells?
I think that baneful magic does get a bad rap. A lot of people don't spend a lot of time learning about baneful magic. There are certain traditions in which, and certain practitioners that will not do baneful magic because of their morals or ethics. Um, Wicca has something called the threefold law, where it's the idea that anything you do will be sent back to you threefold. Not everyone follows it in Wicca, but a lot of Wiccans do. Um, versus me, I do not. I mean, I'm not going to go out of my way and like throw hexes willy-nilly, but I don't have a problem getting my hands dirty if I need it. If I'm like, if it's someone, and I typically save that for people who are like the worst of the worst, like, so think abusers. That's who I target. That's who I go after. I don't go after people who like piss me off for no reason. I'm like, I don't have the energy. A lot of folk practices do have those darker spells because folk magic is magic of the people, and someone probably needed that to survive in any way, shape, or form. That doesn't mean they're always going to, and I say this, there are always going to be people that use baneful magic inappropriately. There's always going to be someone who gets pissed off by something you've said and hexes you for no reason other than you piss them off or you disagree with them.
Have you ever had one like backfire? At all, I
Yeah,
guess.
so
Oh, that's a yes.
when I was
That's a yes.
16, uh, someone who I was friends with didn't treat me very kindly. And I had just gotten into witchcraft. I'm like, you know what I'm going to do? I am going to hex this person. It's a really bad idea. So I took a lemon and put their name in the lemon and put a bunch of like gross stuff in it. And I hung it outside my window and I just left it there because it's supposed to be left to its own devices, which, by the way, with hexing, if you're ever interested in baneful magic, my advice is do not shit where you eat. Do not do hexes and keep them like in your house or anywhere near you because it's just a bunch of bad energy. Like you gave that, even if you don't believe in like it doing anything, you gave that spell so much rage. And now that rage is sitting
Mm.
in your house. So, I opened the window one day and the lemon rolled down the roof and landed in my parents' gutter. The gutter outside my parents' window. And then I went to college. And I was at college for a year. And in the car up there, I said to my mom and dad, hey, by the way, there's an active curse in the gutter. You should probably get rid of it. And they were like, what did you just say? And I'm like, just like bury it at the crossroads. And they're like, there's no crossroads around here that we can bury it. They're all like pavement. And I'm like, okay. It sat there for 4 or 5 years. And through the entire 4 or 5 years, there was just a lot of things that happened that were not great. Like, they weren't awful, but they weren't great. Like, they were not fantastic. And then I think in 2020, I took the lemon out and finally burned it. And all of a sudden, all of those things that had happened kind of reversed. So I'm still blamed for everything that happened. My mom's like, yeah. Remember when you did that? Remember when you hexed our family? And I'm like, please, mom. I'm sorry.
Could you give us an example of a spell?
Oh yeah. I love examples of spells. So I did a spell recently um for making sure I'm protected when I'm driving because I have a lot of car anxiety. So I took a bag and I added a bunch of I gotta think about what I added. I did like a little I took a black candle to Saint Anthony because I wanted to petition Saint Anthony for the spell. So this is like usage of saints, but I took a bag, I filled it with things that are protective, so herbal herbs that have protective qualities. I also added some porcupine quills, which is kind of like protection as well. And then I took a little like picture of Saint Anthony and put it in there. Or maybe I did a picture of Saint Mary. I may have put Saint Mary in there instead of Saint Anthony. I put one of the saints in there. Um, then I added some garlic, like a bunch of different protective herbs, and sealed the bag, and then made a candle with the intention of safe travels or protecting me while I drive, and poured some wax from the candle on there. I also do this thing. I create sigils, which originate from chaos magic. You take an intention, and by a particular process or ritual, they eventually become a symbol that is like just a symbol. So I take that symbol, put it in the bag, and charge it, which basically means giving it energy under the candle or by way of carving it into the candle. And so then everything I do with the candle spell feeds the charm that I created in the bag that I made. Another example is a money bowl, which I actually have. I can actually show it. Whee! This is my money bowl. It's just a gravy bowl with a bunch of coins around it. I put like there's cash in here. There's a bunch of um herbs to draw in money. I have 2 different money drawing oils in here, and then some citrus. So I have like a bunch of different things to draw in money, and then I have the capability of adding money and taking it out. So whenever I add money, it's like the intention of bringing prosperity in, and then taking money. It's like almost like an active working to bring in prosperity. I also have a rosary in here because Mary.